What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, and today we're talking about Assassin's Creed because they have just revealed a new game, and to me, it looks kind of fantastic, but it is getting some immediate hate on the internet. Let's discuss. Hi, I hope you're having a great day. If you could, give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So this is it. It is called Assassin's Creed Shadows. It takes place in Japan, and we're going to go through a bunch of the details of it, but we're going to be playing as two separate protagonists. Now, a couple previous Assassin's Creeds have experimented with this idea, make it so you could have different talent trees, different specialities. Now, what's crazy about this is it's definitely going to be one person who is a standard sort of assassin in the typical sense, fighting from the shadows, very ninja. She looks completely awesome. And the other person is a brute force badass, which is actually a true historical figure. So this huge dude actually went to Japan a long time ago. His name was, I believe, Yasuke is what they called him. This dude was gigantic. This real historical person is going to be in the new Assassin's Creed. Now, this is just sort of an artist's interpretation of what he looked like, but if you actually look at the gameplay trailer, the dude is massive. Now, there is some historical debate as to whether this person was actually a samurai or just some brute force badass that kind of just hung out with the emperor at the time. But it's cool that they're trying to incorporate such a unique figure into this. But let me actually take a look at it. So here is a big detailed breakdown. And if you scroll to the comments, immediately everybody is saying, this looks like Ghost of Tsushima if it was bad. Assassin's Creed is garbage now. I ain't reading that. I'm not buying this. Yeah, so let me just say right up front, I am immediately hesitant of any Ubisoft game, anything that any company does, if they try and sell you a season pass up front. This is a personal gripe of mine, but the fact that they're charging you $70 for the base game, but they're also trying to say, hey, do you want 3-day early access, downloadable content bonuses? Oh yeah, here's a season pass. Like, the fact that they have a season pass, they're trying to sell you a DLC that's not even made yet. Personally, this has always been a red flag. $130 before the game is even out. Not a good sign. But let's assume this is at least going to be halfway decent. This is actually by the people that made Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which was the highest selling Assassin's Creed of all time. Now, I have gone on record. I didn't particularly like Valhalla because while it played good, it had so much filler. Hundreds and hundreds of hours of just random sailing and fort conquering and stuff, which wasn't bad, but it was way too much of a good thing. So hopefully this narrows the scope somewhat. Now, let me actually go into it here. Experience a historical action-adventure story set in feudal Japan. Now, personally, this is what I've always wanted most. Ever since Assassin's Creed initially came out, I've been begging to see classic feudal Japan become a lethal shinobi and a powerful, legendary samurai as you explore a beautiful open world in a time of chaos. Switch seamlessly between the two switch seamlessly between these two unlikely allies as you discover their common destiny. Master complementary playstyles to create your shinobi league and customize your hideout and usher in a new era of Japan. So it does sound like the two characters are going to play very different, which to me definitely gets me excited. Now let's talk about the controversy. This trailer came out literally 3 minutes ago, but I'm assuming the rest of the day is going to be filled with videos saying that this is a bad game because of the protagonists being so radically different, and this doesn't stick to history. Now, I would say a lot of old school Assassin's Creed games, they weren't sticking to history anyways. I mean, the old Assassin's Creed games have aliens in them and magic mind control tech and rings that can deflect bullets and stuff. But I mean, I'll also come from the point of view of the fact that I read a lot of manga and stuff. And I mean, let's face it, I read a lot of historical manga that already pretty much borders lines on fairy tale. So I guess I'm open-minded going into this. but if it sucks, I'll be the first to roast it. But let me actually read the rest of this here. Explore the captivating open world of feudal Japan, from spectacular castle towns and bustling ports to peaceful shrines and war-ravaged landscapes. Adventure through the unpredictable weather, changing seasons, and reactive environments. Honestly, you can knock Ubisoft for a lot of stuff. I think a lot of their games have too many different time saver mechanics and sometimes stupidly grindy stuff that's pointlessly unnecessary just to blow up the playtime. But when it comes to the worlds they make, undoubtedly they are freaking gorgeous. They're some of the best at just making big maps that you want to look at every little bit of. How do I pronounce this? I'm going to slaughter this poor name here. Naoe, a shinobi assassin, and Yasuke, a legendary samurai, as you experience their riveting stories and master their complementary playstyles. As Naoe, use stealth to avoid detection and agility to confound your enemies. As Yasuke, strike your foes with lethal precision and power, unlock new gear, skills, and progression independently for each character. Okay, so that is kind of interesting, because I wonder if that sort of like incentivizes you to play particular missions with one person or the other person. I mean, it is going to be interesting, the fact that they level up individually. Personally, I think I am going to go way heavier on Yasuke. The idea of being a 6 foot tall, mega buff samurai just brute force crushing people sounds incredibly fun. Like, I've played a lot of samurai games. I gave a 10 out of 10 to Ghost of Tsushima, but I think it would be cool to just be this art to me looks freaking awesome. Like, this dude is giant. I want to see him just straight up like hit people and stagger everybody with every hit. But here we go. Make information your weapon as you explore the world and build your own network of spies to be your eyes and ears across locations to hunt down your next target. Along the way, recruit new allies with unique abilities to accomplish your missions. Okay, so it sounds like your typical Assassin's Creed, build a base, we're trying to make this game good so we can make a trilogy, that kind of thing that Ubisoft has been up to. Create a fully customizable hideout for your growing shinobi league as you train your crew, craft new gear, and interact with key characters, and choose your base's layout. Okay, so basically, it sounds like this is, for better and for worse, going to be your standard Assassin's Creed. This is going to be the kind of game where, hey, it is about that build-up, that sort of pseudo-historical tale where it's based in history with historical figures, but everybody's acting in very peculiar ways. Personally, this sounds great. This is exactly what I want. I'm extremely excited about it. I mean, just this year, I actually rewatched Samurai Champloo with my girlfriend, and then we both binged Shogun, which was incredibly good. I think I'm definitely in that perfect frame of mind for some weirdo historical fiction. Give me that, but in the most outlandish Ubisoft flavor. If this sucks, I will say right now, I am going to be extremely disappointed. But what do you guys think about this? Does this seem good? Does this seem like a giant L? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.